Hello, welcome to Benjamin Tree. Today we're going to revisit the function weekday. In our previous lesson, we had a practice where you had to decide if a date was on a Saturday, Sunday. If it was, you had to push it forward to the next Monday because you didn't want to have a date on the weekend. In that, we were just assuming that we were using the return type of 1 on the weekday. Tell us what type of number will be returned for each day of the week. In the return type, it gave us 7 and 1. So that makes it a little bit difficult to find out if this date is on a Saturday or Sunday. Let's go through and look at that and why it's a little bit difficult. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off our equation with if, and our logical test is going to be weekday. Okay, this serial number we're using is A2 because that's the date in our row here. Okay, if that's equal to 7, that means it's a Saturday. So what we want to do is we want to take A2 and add 2 to it because we want to go 2 days forward to the Monday. Now if that's false, we needed to see is that if this is a Sunday. Okay, so we're going to say if weekday of A2 is equal to 1, then we want to have A2 plus 1 because it's a Sunday and we just want to go 1 day forward. If not, we just want to have A2. Okay, so today's date of June 28th is a Tuesday, so it's giving me 6/28. It's not giving me a new date because it's already a weekday. So let's look at that equation one more time. So if weekday of A3, the serial number of this row, is equal to 7, then we want to have A2 plus, I'm sorry, not A2, we want to have A3 plus 2, pushing Saturday 2 days forward to a Monday. If it's not, let's check if it's a Sunday. So if weekday of A3 is equal to 1, then we want to have the return of A3 plus 1, pushing the Sunday 1 day forward to Monday. If not, we just want A3 because it's already a weekday. Okay, so June 29th of this year is already Wednesday. So if we pull these equations down, as you can see, when we get to July 2nd, that's a Saturday. It's pushing it forward to July 4th. July 3rd is a Sunday, so it's pushing it forward to July 4th. And July 4th is a Monday, so it's keeping it at July 4th. So in that, we had two if statements. Okay, and if you're getting a really big function, like what we did in our previous lessons practice, that can get a little unwieldy at times. So let's take a look how we can simplify that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with if, okay, the value of weekday, oops, I have to start off with an exclamation mark, if the value of weekday, and we're using our serial number 2, this time we want to have the return of 11. Okay, why is that? Because with the return of 11, Saturday is 6, Sunday is 7. All right, so this is going to help us simplify our equation. So if the value is greater than or equal to 6, so that means am I getting a return of 6 or 7, then what do? And we want to have the value of A2 plus the difference between 8 minus weekday of A2 11. Okay, the same number that we're popping out here from before. Okay, so let's take a look at this section right here. Actually, so we're going to say A2 plus 8 minus weekday of A2 11. So let's take a look here. So if we have a 7, okay, because it's a Sunday, because when we use the return value of 11, Sundays will now be 7. So we're going to say 8 minus weekday of A2 11. If it's a Sunday, it's come back to 7. So 8 minus 7 is 1. So take the day and add 1. So we take the date and we add 1 to get to Monday. Now, if we have a Saturday, it will return a 6. So 8 minus 6 is 2. So if it's Saturday, add 2 days to get to Monday. Okay, so that's the idea behind that. So if it's 1 through 5, a Monday through Friday, then we just want A2 because we don't need to add anything to it because it's already a weekday. Okay, so let's do that equation one more time. So if the weekend of A2, all right, we're going to do A3 for this row, and the return type of 11, Saturday 6, Sunday 7, is greater than or equal to 6, then our first return is going to be A2 plus the difference of A minus weekday of A3. Sorry, we don't want A2 here. We're on a new row. A3, the weekday of A3 with a return type 11. Okay, and if it's already a weekday, they'll just have A3 here. Okay, so we're going to copy this down, drag it here. Again, we get the same thing here. Okay, July 2nd becomes July 4th because that's a Saturday. July 3rd becomes July 4th because it's Sunday. July 4th stays July 4th because it's a Monday. Okay, so as you can see here, this equation here is using only one if statement, but we're changing up the return type that we get from the weekday equation. Okay, so some of you might think it's a little bit more complicated and you want to stick with two if statements, and that's fine. But other people might like this, that you can just use the return of 6 and 7 for the weekend to quickly pull out the new date. Again, we have lots of return types with the weekday function. So if you need to find, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, you can find a different return type that will have Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays as 5, 6, and 7. Or you can find another type that will have Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays 1, 2, and 3. And you can create one statement in order to manipulate that day. Okay, so our practice here is going to be the same as last time. You have a billing due date, and you have a billing date and you have a due date, and you want to make the due date 3 months ahead. But this time, and you don't want to have it on Saturday, Sunday, so you want to push the date towards the Monday after that. So this time, try to do this one again, but instead of using two if functions like I had in the answer for last lesson, try doing it only with one if function this time. Okay, when you finish, you can check your answers on the practice answer key here at the bottom. If you have any questions or need some help, please leave a comment on the YouTube channel, on our blog, or on a Facebook page that we have. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.